So you want to live the farm life, huh? Now that you have your impeccable barn and a spot for the animals all set up and ready to go, you gotta figure out which animal you actually want to raise. Because there's quite a few options and they all have their own different products that they give, and some are a lot better than others. So we're gonna be going over the best animal to farm in Minecraft. So we're gonna be going over a few things like what the animal provides, what food they take, and any other things that you need to do with them. And then we're all gonna slap them on the tier list to figure out which one's the best. So without any further ado, let's just go right into it. So I'm gonna get like the really bad ones out of the way. Fish. Why would you wanna farm fish? Minus if you have like a ton of cats, but that's. And although the food is just raw kelp, which is pretty easy to get, you have to get so much water, and then you have to actually get the fish in the water, and all you get is food. And it's not even like the best food. So I'm gonna put fish bottom tier.
Emotional, damn it!
Next up we have rabbits, which they're still not that good. I mean, you do get a couple things. You get food, which can either just be rabbit, or you can make it into rabbit stew. And you get hide, which you can turn into leather. So those are the only things you get out of them. Although it's not too difficult to raise, you just have to get 2 of them, and then you can just breed them using carrots, and they don't need anything like water or anything, and it can just be grass. So I'm gonna put rabbits B tier because you do get the hide. If it wasn't for the hide, it'd probably be lower. Next up, we got pigs. So a lot of people do farm pigs just because they're one of the most basic animals to farm. All you really need is carrots, and you get pork chops, but you only get pork chops. There's no other thing besides pork chops. So it's really basic. So I'm gonna put pigs C tier, I guess. They're just not great. Now that we got all of the pretty bad animals out of the way, we're gonna move on to some good animals that are actually worth farming. Starting out with the sheep. So sheep, you get wool and mutton, which those are both important. They do eat the grass, so you might need a pretty big pen, but they only take wheat, which is really easy to breed them all. So the downside to sheep is just needing a big pen, but you get food and wool, which those are both good. You can trade those. Put sheep probably in B tier, just because they're not the very best. But they're not too bad. Solid choice. Next up, we got the chickens, which chickens, oh my gosh. You get food, feathers, and eggs. You need eggs for all sorts of different things, like cakes, and you can just throw them. Feathers for arrows, and then food, because you need food. Also, they're really fun to look at. Just look at the little... And they take seeds to breed, which is even less than wheat. So super easy to breed, have feathers, food, and eggs. I want to put these as the first S tier. Yeah, these are S tier animals right here. Now we have a very common one, cattle. So you get leather, beef, and milk. Which leather is used for, making books and stuff, which you're gonna need that eventually for enchanting. Beef and steak is a really good food source, so that's always good to have tons of that. And milk, you need it for cakes as well. And it can also clear any potion effects, so it might be handy if you do PvP. So, because of all these reasons, I'm going to give it another S tier animal. So far we have chickens and cattle in the lead, and everyone else is trailing behind them. Followed by sheep, rabbits, then pigs, then fish. And now, for our final contender, in the best animals to farm. We have the famous mushrooms. Don't ask where all the animals went. So, the mushrooms, much like cattle, have... So much like the cattle, they have milk, leather, and beef. But in addition, you can also get mushroom stew from them. So if you have bulls, which are really easy to get, you have infinite food just from one. Although they have a massive downside, which is actually having to find them. Only found in the mushroom biome, they are very difficult to get. And if you do find one and it's not super close next to your base, then you have to go all the way to your base with a mushroom, and you have to get 2 of them if you want to start a full farm. Finally, our last ranking, the mushrooms. You get all the things aforementioned as cattle, but you also get infinite mushroom stew. However, they are very difficult to find. I'll put them at A tier just because of how difficult they are to find. But if you do find them, then they're definitely worth it.